Good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday morning. So basically, I'm just going to pick up kind of where we left off yesterday with this journey of Lehi and his family in an ancient record called the Book of Mormon. And so, first off, here's my board. And so basically, we're going to go through their journey, starting at Jerusalem, ending up at a place called Salalah. They had a different name for it, but and then crossing the ocean. And so I'm just kind of gonna like go through different steps each day this week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just see kind of what we get through on this journey. And so to start out, they started out in Jerusalem, and this is around 600 BC. And so I wrote up on here abundance. And so kind of comparing, parts of their journey, like Jerusalem, the wilderness, bountiful at sea, the Americas, comparing those locations and that kind of those states of their journey with our own states, like a general state for us, so say first one is abundance, and then learning or comfort and so on. And so with Jerusalem, Lehi and his family, they were, actually pretty well to do. Like they had what they needed, and they had more than that actually, like precious, I don't know, it talks about precious things, precious treasures that they had. And I want to talk a little bit about what abundance actually is. And so in my mind, really abundance is a mindset. It's a state of mind and a perspective. And so Lehi, he's this man with abundance. And I think first off, that mindset starts with gratitude and recognizing what we actually have in our current state. And so what you have or what you don't have, I guess, really focusing on what you have instead. And so that is done through gratitude, and recognizing what you have, who you are. And so basically we all start off life with these gifts. Like intelligence. We are intelligence. We have intelligence. We can use intelligence, using our thoughts. And I think we kind of underestimate the power of our thoughts. And it really is kind of like this inner kingdom within ourselves that, as we start to be able to control and I guess reign over that inner kingdom, that will be displayed in our external kingdom. And so with Lehi, I'm thinking, this man must have been a very grateful man. And the same with each of us, recognizing that gift of thought. Not only thought, but also, our hearts. We have these feelings, these passions, these drives, desires, and taking control of that, but also listening to it. So I think of the heart like kind of like a communication module that we have in each of us. So this entire universe that's around us, is connected in this network. And we can either, kind of, I guess, shush out that communication, or we can allow it into our lives and really listen, like all the shirts and things that say, listen to your heart or follow your heart kind of thing. It's true. The heart is a communicator. And so we have these gifts, a heart, a mind. We have a body that we can take action with, and so we really are abundance. You are abundance. Whatever you have or don't have, that fact is there. You are abundance. And I think the biggest point is recognizing that abundance. And so I guess basically going off here, I've got little notes in green. First off, you are abundance. And so that's kind of a state you need to start in or we all need to start in, if we're going to take off on this journey. So Lehi, he got the call. He got the call to leave Jerusalem. And, his life was actually in danger at the time, because of things that he was talking about with the people, saying, Jerusalem is actually going to be destroyed. And people didn't like to hear that. He was kind of prophetically speaking about that. And so they sought his life, and he was basically warned through inspiration, warned by the Lord to leave Jerusalem. And so kind of with us, like if we want to take that journey, I think the real starting point is starting with your mindset. Start with your perspective. What do you think about? Are you really focused on what you have and being grateful for what you have, who you are? And I think that's crucial. And so another little point I wanted to bring up with this video is that, so while you can, I've got a little green note, you might not be able to see it, but Jerusalem, yeah. So this was 600 BC. Jerusalem is conquered by the Babylonians in about 13 years later from there. So about 587 BC. And so there was kind of a time frame on when Lehi and his family could leave. And with our own passions, with our own drives, with the things that we feel are important, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes there is kind of a time frame that you've got to look out for and watch for. Because, those opportunities sometimes really can come and go. And same with Lehi and his family. Like, say they had waited, they may not have been able to leave Jerusalem and may not have had this epic journey that they had. And so kind of be mindful of that. Be mindful of, if you have this drive and feeling to pursue something, listen to it. Really listen to it, because you might not have that opportunity at some point in the future. Anyways, so those are kind of the two key points with abundance and receiving that initial call, getting yourself into that mindset, and really just finding your abundance. And that is done, a great portion of that is done through gratitude. Recognizing your gifts, recognizing who you are. And I think reading different books can really open that up. For me, there's this book called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. So she is the author of the Secret series. And The Magic was all about gratitude and really incorporating that into your life. So she has like these different exercises you can go through to experience gratitude. And I think that's a big thing, is actually experiencing it. Like you can like think about the things around you and try and feel gratitude, but she really like makes you go through and experience it just at a whole other level. And so I really recommend that book. Anyways, I'm excited for this week to be able to keep going on our little journey here. Next time, we're going to talk about the wilderness. So after Lehi received the call to leave Jerusalem, we're going to talk about what happened at that point. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have an excellent day. Thanks a lot.